Once upon a time, in a charming little village, there lived a cheerful girl named Amina. Amina loved her radiant smile more than anything else. She often stood in front of the mirror, admiring her pearly white teeth. Her friends would always compliment her beautiful smile, and she took great pride in it. One day, as Amina was eating her favorite apple, she noticed something unusual. One of her teeth was wiggling. She ran to her grandmother, worried. "Grandma, what's happening? My tooth is moving. Is it broken?" Her grandmother smiled softly and patted her on the head. "Oh, my dear Amina, it's nothing to worry about. This is your milk tooth, and it's making way for your permanent tooth. When it falls out, you must place it under your pillow at night. That's when the tooth fairy will visit you." The tooth fairy. Amina's eyes widened with curiosity. "Yes, my child," her grandmother replied. "The tooth fairy comes to collect children's teeth and leaves a special gift in return. But remember, you must keep your tooth clean and safe under your pillow. She only visits those who take good care of their teeth." From that day onward, Amina couldn't stop thinking about the tooth fairy. She told her friends at school, who shared their own tales about her. Some said the tooth fairy was tiny and glittered like a star, while others believed she had wings made of rainbow light. As they passed, Amina's tooth became looser and looser. One evening, while eating her favorite soup, her tooth finally fell out. Amina was both excited and nervous. She carefully cleaned the tiny tooth, wrapped it in a soft piece of cloth, and placed it under her pillow before going to bed. That night, as the moonlight bathed the village in a silvery glow, a tiny sparkling light appeared in Amina's room. It wasn't an ordinary light. It was the tooth fairy. She was no taller than a teacup, with shimmering wings that glowed like a morning dew. Her dress sparkled like 1,000 tiny stars, and she carried a small golden pouch in her hands. As she fluttered closer to Amina's bed, she whispered softly, "Such a lovely tooth. This must belong to a child with a bright smile." The tooth fairy gently lifted Amina's pillow and found the tiny tooth wrapped in a cloth. She smiled warmly and placed it in her golden pouch. Then, from the pouch, she pulled out a shiny silver coin. But this wasn't just any coin. It sparkled with magic and had tiny stars engraved on it. She slipped the coin under the pillow, whispered a blessing for Amina's happiness, and disappeared into the night. The next morning, Amina woke up with excitement bubbling inside her. She quickly lifted her pillow and gasped in delight when she found the silver coin. It was more beautiful than anything else she had ever seen. She ran to her grandmother, holding the coin up for her to see. "Grandma, look, the tooth fairy really came. She left me this magical coin." Her grandmother smiled knowingly. "See, my dear, the tooth fairy always rewards those who take good care of their teeth. This coin is her way of telling you how special your smile is. Amina couldn't stop smiling the entire day. She showed the coin to her friends, who were just as amazed. From that day on, Amina became even more careful about brushing her teeth and keeping them healthy. She wanted to make sure her smile stayed as bright as ever. That night, as Amina lay in bed, she thought about the tooth fairy. She wondered where the fairy took all my teeth she collected. Maybe she uses them to build her castle, Amina thought. Or maybe she turns them into stars that light up the night sky. Little did Amina know, the tooth fairy did a magical use for the tooth. She turned them into tiny pearls that she used to spread happiness and light in the world. The fairy often whispered to herself, "A child's smile is the most precious treasure of all." As Amina grew older, she never forgot the magical night when the tooth fairy visited her. Every time she smiled, she remembered the fairy's gift and the importance of taking care of her teeth. She often shared the story with her younger siblings and friends, inspiring them to cherish their own smiles. And so, the legend of the tooth fairy continued to bring joy and wonder to children everywhere, reminding them that their smiles were truly magical. Thank you for joining on the magical tale of the tooth fairy. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the story and brought a smile on your face. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to Little Story Explorers for more heartwarming, fun, exciting and magical tales. Your support means the world to us and it keeps us inspired to create more fun stories for you. Stay tuned for our next adventure. See you soon.